Well, good afternoon, STEAMologists. And today we're going to continue in our discussion on planets versus stars. Today, I want you to put on your gear for an astronaut. We're going to voyage into our galaxy, which is the Milky Way galaxy. As you can see, my screen behind me is a picture of the Earth. You see some stars, maybe you see some gases and other elements that we have in our universe. So today, again, you are a STEAMologist, but specifically, I want you to put on your thinking caps as if you are an astronomer studying the variations between the planets and our stars. So continue with me on this journey into outer space. So today, I want you to join with me in Nearpod. Our Nearpod lesson for today. Our lesson today will be in Nearpod. The code is P72W3. Again, the code, which is always in the top left-hand corner, is P72W3. So we'll be exploring stars and planets. So today's standard says obtain, evaluate, and communicate information to compare and contrast the physical attributes of stars and planets. So when you think about compare and contrast, we're telling the difference, contrast, and compare is to determine how things are alike. The two objects that we are comparing and contrasting, the celestial bodies, are stars and planets. Specifically, we're going to construct an explanation. That means you're going to develop, construct an explanation, explain the difference between stars and planets in our lesson for today. So we're going to jump right into our phenomenon. What is a phenomenon? It's something that you can observe. It drives an instruction and it hooks in and motivates you to pay attention to the lesson and or unit. So today's phenomenon is coming from an assessment probe. We have done these a couple of times in class. And I want you to, again, put on your thinking caps and read along with me when I read out loud. The assessment probe states, is it a planet or a star? Is it a planet or a star? So the main two objects that we're studying again are planets and stars. So I can annotate or highlight this text, planet. And star, okay? So as I read the text, I want you to follow along with me and continue annotating on your screen while I do it on my screen. So I'm modeling what I want you to do on your screen. It says, one evening, just as the stars were starting to come out, Alphonse saw a big bright object in the sky. What did he see? He saw a bright object in the sky. It was there the next night and the next. Over the next few weeks, when he watched for it at the sunset, he noticed that it appeared lowered and lowered toward the horizon. Eventually, he didn't see it anymore. When he told his friends about it, this is what they said. So this is what their friend said about his observation. Joseph said, you must have seen a planet. Hector says, you must have seen a nearby star. So again, I'm continuing to annotate some keywords in the text. So I just annotated planet as the keyword that Joseph stated, and Hector stated that it must have been a nearby star. Harmon says it was probably an airplane or a satellite. An airplane or a satellite. So let's go back to this text in this assessment probe. It says, one evening, just as the stars were starting to come out, so the stars were starting to come out, Alphonse saw a bright object. The object is bright in the sky. He's looking up at the sky. It was there the next night and the night afterwards. Over the first of the next few weeks, so a lot of time has passed. He watched for it at sunset. He noticed that it appeared lowered toward the horizon, okay? Eventually, he didn't see it anymore. He told his friends about it, and this is what they said. So this is what I want you to do. So it says, which friend do you think has the best idea? Do you think Joseph, Hector, or Herman has the best idea? Explain why you agree with that friend. So the best idea would be the one that you agree with the most. So let's look at what they stated. You must have seen a planet. You must have seen a nearby star. It was probably an airplane or a satellite. Now, if you look back at the text, do you think it could have been a nearby star, a planet, an airplane, or a satellite? Okay. So if we identify some key points, we say stars, we see the word bright, sky, appeared, lowered and lowered toward the horizon. He didn't see it anymore. So do you think it could have been an airplane or a satellite? Do we need to keep or eliminate this friend's answer? So I see a couple of thumbs up, but I see more thumbs down. So if I eliminate Herman, which says it probably was an airplane or satellite, what information in the text tells me that I can eliminate his answer choice? It says one evening, just as the stars were coming out, Alphonse saw a bright object in the sky. So do we think an airplane or a satellite could possibly be a bright object? Possibly. But we know that a satellite, just like my Earth that's behind me, a satellite orbits around an object. So we have some satellites in our solar system right now that are orbiting around planets. This is how we get images of planets in our textbooks and different pictures that we see on the internet and different pictures that we may have in our own programming platform and different textbooks. So we can all agree that we want to cross out this answer choice, okay? Hector said it may have been a nearby star. And then Joseph said he must have seen a planet, okay? So it says, just as the stars were coming out, Alphonse saw a bright object in the sky. It was there the next night and the next. Over the next few weeks when he watched for it at sunset, there may have been a key word too that we forgot to annotate, he noticed that it appeared lower and lower toward the horizon. So what's going on here? We know that planets do what? What characteristics do planets have? They can move. So just like our planet Earth orbits around the sun, other planets have that capability as well. But do stars move? Because it says he didn't see it anymore. So could it have possibly been a star if he didn't see it anymore? I wonder. All right, so let's continue with our Nearpod lesson, and we'll go back and see which friend do you think has the best answer. So here we have our virtual reality. So what is a virtual reality? It shows us images of something that we could possibly want to see with a better view, okay? So now I want you to enter into the virtual reality. Just click on it. I want you to move your mouse around and make some observations about what you see. So what's the location of this virtual reality? I see some sand. Looks like I see maybe a shoreline. Maybe I see a distant landscape near the shoreline. But of course, I see this bright sky, right? Awesome. Whoa. So I see some stars. I see some clouds up there too. Okay. Any other observations that anyone has seen? Maybe see some brighter stars than others. Or you may even think you see a couple of planets. But this sky is lit, right? It's very lit. So after you made your observations, now we're going to move into our driving question. So today's driving question asks, what questions do you have? that will help you explain which objects are observed in the night sky, are planets or stars. So what questions do you have that will help you determine if something is a planet or a star? Okay. So I think Alonzo said, is it right? So go ahead and type your questions in a collaborative board. And that's the cool thing I like about a collaborative board. If you like another one of your peers' questions, you can do what? Hit the what? Heart. That's right. Excellent. Oh, okay. Good question. Someone else said, does it move? I saw that in the chat room. Does it move is another good question. All right. I like both of those. So I'm going to go ahead and heart those. What's another question that we asked about objects observed in the night sky? Okay. Does it change position? I think that's similar to does it move, but we can go ahead and add it. Does it change position? All right, I see another good question in the chat. Someone said, what is it made of? Okay. Uh-oh, type so fast. What is it made of? All right, do we all agree to those? So these are some good questions. It says, what questions do you have that if answered will help you explain which objects in the sky are planets or stars? One or the other, it can't be both. It's either a planet or a star. That's what we're talking about right now. That's what our lesson is all about and our standards and our learning target for today. All right, so in our questions, we're gonna find out what is our cross-cutting concept. We're talking about patterns. We're also talking about systems and models. And what we can do, we can research patterns to obtain information to help us construct an explanation. So some other questions that we could have added is, what is a planet? What is a star? Do planets rotate and revolve? Remember, those are two different movements. Rotate means to go around something else. Rotate means to go around something else, excuse me, and rotate means to spin around, while revolve means to go around something else. Do stars rotate and revolve? So these are some excellent questions that we could have added to our collaborative board, okay? All right, so back to our assessment program. Our assessment probe, ask a question. Which friend do you think has the best idea? Remember, we annotated on our assessment probe. So can I go back to the annotations? No. All right, so which friend do you agree with the most? So go ahead and put your answers in. All right, someone, we had 2. All right, Joseph versus Hector when we eliminated Harmon, but someone may still have him as an answer. Okay, so let's see. All right, excellent. Looks like most of you agree that Hector had the best answer choice. So someone said Hector, while only one person said Joseph. Let's see. The person who said a star, what lets you think that the object may be a star? Okay, because it's bright. All right, someone who said planet, why do you say it may be a planet? Because he didn't see it anymore. He saw it the next night, and the next night it lowered toward the sun, toward the horizon. Okay. All right. So I like the fact that both of you provide an explanation using the text, evidence from the text to support your answer, because it does state, explain why you agree with that friend. So if you are explaining why you agree with that friend, maybe you can find information in the text that supports your answer choice. Okay. All right. Great job. So in our Nearpod, we actually have a claim graphic organizer. It's called engaging in an argument from text. So it speaks to what your expectation is for the actual learning target for today. So what you're going to actually put as your research question, I already put it for you. Is it a planet or a star? Which friend do you think has the best idea about observing objects in the sky? Then you can also put the question here. What is a star? What is a planet? So these are some other questions that we had in our collaborative board that you can add for research questions that can help you answer the question and provide evidence. All right, so we're going to stop right here because I'm going to allow you all time to add your claim and then provide evidence from the text right here to support what you provided in your graphic organizer, okay? So make sure you use your assessment probe text and any of the notes that we took. You can also go back and look at your virtual reality, your collaborative board as well when you're actually developing your evidence to support your claim, okay? So in about 7 minutes, we're gonna come back together and we're gonna see what you have so far in your graphic organizer, right? So this is independent work. You use your notes inside of your interactive notebook as well as your Nearpod visual right here and any other information to help provide you with evidence to support your claim. So I'll see you all back in 7 minutes, okay?